Welcome everyone. Today I'm gonna discuss about presentation on leadership. Introduction. Leadership is the ability to develop a vision that motivates others to move with a passion towards a common goal. So leadership is a process by which a personal influence other to accomplish an objective and direct the organization in a way that make it more cohesive and coherent. Definition. Leadership is the process of social influence in which one person can enlist the aid and support of other in the accomplishment of a common task. Leadership is ultimately about creating a way for people to contribute to make something extraordinary happen. Factors of leadership situations. Leaders, you must have an honest understanding of you are, what you know, and what you can do. To be successful, you have to convince your followers, not your superior, that you are worthy of being followed. Follower, you must know your people. The fundamental start point is having a good understanding of the human nature, such as need, emotion, and motivate. Communication. The non-verbal communication is leading. Example, when you set example that communicate to your people that you would not ask them to perform anything that you would not be willing to do. Bad communication harm the relation between leader and employee. Situation, we must use our judgment to decide the best course of actions and the leadership style needed for each situation. What we do in one situation will not always work in another. Style of leadership. The three major style of leadership are authoritarian, directive, and partnership. Authoritarian and autocratic, participative or demographic, delegative or free reason, or autocratic. The authoritarian leadership make decisions alone as per in centralized in one person. Decisions are enforced using reward and the fear of punishment. It is a obvious unprofessional style called bossing people around. Democratic. The participative leader include one or more employee in the decision-making process. Communicative flow freely. Suggestions are made in both directions. The participation encourages member committee to the final decision. Laissez-faire. The free trained leaders give power to subordinate to make the decision. However, the leader is still responsible for the decision that are made. This is used when employees are able to analyze the situation. Delegative style is generally not useful. Theories of leadership: trait theory, behavioral theory, contingency theory, situational theory. Trait theory. The trait theory accrues from the great man theory as a way of identifying the key of characteristics of the successful leader. It was believed that through this theory, critical leadership traits could be isolated, and the people with such traits could them through recruited, selected, and installed into leadership positions. This theory was common in the military and is still used as set of criteria to select candidates for commission. Advantage of trait theory: it is a natural pleasing theory. It serves as a hardstick against which the leadership trait of an individual can be assessed. It gives a detailed knowledge and understanding of the leader eliminate in the leadership process. Limitation of the trait theory: there is bound to be some subjective judgment in determining who is regarded as a good or successful leader. This is also a disagreement over which traits are the most important for an effective leader. Behavioral theory. This theory of the leadership are based upon the belief that general leaders are made, not born. Rooted in behaviorism, this leadership theory focus on the actions of leader, not on mental qualities or internal state. According to this theory, people can learn to become leader through teaching and observation. The behavioral approach says that anyone who adopted the appropriate behavior can be a good leader. Studies of behavior theory. Ohio State Leadership University studies. Managerial Grid. University of Michigan studied. Contingency theory. In contingency theory of leadership, the success of the leader is a function of various contingencies in the form of subordinate task and or group variable. The leader who are very effective at one place and time may become unsuccessful either when transplant to another situation or when the factor around them change. This helps to explain how some leaders who seem for a while to have the mildest touch suddenly appear to go off the boil and make very unsuccessful decisions. Different sets and theory of contingence theory. Felder's contingency theory, Harsey and Blanchard situational theory, path goal theory, and Vroom-Jago contingency theory. Felder model assume that group performance depends on leadership style described in terms of the task motivate and relationship motivate situation favorableness determined by three factors: leader member relation, degree of to which a leader is accept and support by the group member, task structure, access to which the task is structured and defined, which clear goals and procedure, position power, the ability of a leader to control subordinate through rewards and punishment. And these are some of the findings from the leadership theory. Blanchard's situational theory. The Harsey Blanchard situational leadership theory was created by Dr. Paul Hartley and the Ken Blanchards. The theory stated that instead of using just one style, successful leaders should changes their leadership style based on the mature of the people they are leading and the detail of the task. Using this theory, leaders should be able to place more or less emphasis on the task. According to Henry and Blanchard, there are four main leaderships. Telling leadership tell their people exactly what to do and how to do is. Selling leadership still provide information and direction, but this there more communication with follower. Leaders sell their message to get the team on board. Participation leaders focus more on the participation and less on a directions. The leaders work with the teams and share decision making responsibility. Leaders pass most of the responsibility onto the follower and group. Path goal theory. According to path goal theory, the leader responsibility is to increase subordinate motivate to attain personality and organization goal. A person may do this by the adopting a certain leadership style according to the situation. Directive leadership. It tells subordinate exactly what they are supposed to do, which include planning, making schedule, getting performance goal, and behavioral standards. Supportive leadership. It shows concern for subordinate well-being and personal need. Participated leaderships. Decision making is based on group consultation and information is shared with the group. Achieve orientation leadership. Challenging goals are set or high performance is encouraged while showing confidence in the group ability. Managerial grid. It describes the relationship between the leader's concern for task and concern for people, but this theory different in its perspective. The managerial grid considers leadership style based on this focus on task and people. The managerial grid is based on the two behavioral dimension. Concern for people, this is the degree to which a leader considered the needs of team members. This integrated an area of personal development when decided how best to accomplish a task. Concern for production, this is the degree to which a leader emphasizes concrete objective organization efficiency, high productivity when decisions how best of the accomplishment a task. Using the exist of the plot leadership, concern for productive versus concern for the people, black and mountain field the following five leadership style: counter club leadership, products or Paris leadership, improvised leaderships, middle of the road leadership, team leadership. R. Robinson likes was a management theorist. According to the Linked, the efficiency of an organization on its department is influenced by that system of management. Exploit authentic systems, behavioral authentic systems, consultation system, participation group. Explorative authoritative responsibility lies in the hands of the people at the upper echelons of the hierarchy. Benevolent authoritative, the responsibility lie at the managerial level but not all the lower level of the organization hierarchy. Benevolent authoritative, the responsibility lie at the managerial level but not at the lower level of the organization hierarchy. Participative, responsibility for achieving the organization goal in wide spreads throughout the organization hierarchy. Advantage and disadvantage. Simple to construct, lack of reproducibility. Each item of equal value so that respondent are scored rather than item. Absence of non-dimensionality or homogeneity. Like to produce a high reliable scales, validity may be difficult to demonstrate, easy to read and comprehend. These are the different aspects of leaderships, and this is the reference So when we focus on this leadership aspect in an effective way, that time we can make an effective decision, which is very much important for us. If you have any kind of question regarding leaderships, you can communicate with me. Thank you.